Folks, the first half of this tape is defective. It's got the tracking problem and also no audio. It was a technical problem that I had with my camera. I elected to run the whole video for you. In between the little tracking lines, you will be able to follow most of the game. There is no audio. However, the second half of this game against Shenandoah Valley does have audio, and there will be no tracking problem. So do not try to correct your VCR. It won't change the tape at all, and just bear with it. Okay, thank you. Trojans are making their way back on the field now following their halftime break, and it gives me an opportunity to apologize greatly to this entire ball club and squad and whatever coaching staff for the first half of the tape that was defective. It was goofy. The second half will be good. Let's hope the ball team's as good the second half as it was the first half, because they sure played their hearts out in the first half and have that 26-13 lead. So I apologize for the technical difficulties. The first half of this tape will be no sound and just a little bit of terrible synchronization, because the tape did not fully wind around the video tape sync head and audio head, and that results in a thing like that. I have corrected it. The second half will be better, and I will certainly pay attention to that the rest of the season, but it's just one of those things that can't believe it happened on this night. Why didn't it happen last week against Williams Valley? But nevertheless, first half of the tape is not your machine, as you have already found out by the time you get to this half of the tape. But at any rate, we'll be set with the opening kickoff of the second half, and to open the second half, the Trojans should get the football back, so it should be a good way to start this ball game, as the Trojans have really been offensive-minded here this evening and have put more points on the board than any of their previous two ball games. So looks like the squad is ready. Coaching staff seems to be ready for the second half here, and we'll see what happens. It's going to be Savage, Hunter, and Shell out there as our co-captains for this ball game. Mentioned in the first half, but you'll never know it. So again, my apologies, and we'll see what happens here in just a moment with the second half of tonight's ball game versus the Shenandoah Valley Blue Devils. Okay, the referee signifies that the Trojans will indeed receive the kick for the second half here at the old ball game. Trojans doing very, very well in the first half, and see if they can add to that 13-point margin here as we get the second half underway. Again, as I mentioned in the first half, but you'll never know it, the excellent play of so many of this team tonight have really turned this squad around, at least for this ball game. They really come to play. The weather tonight is absolutely gorgeous. It is a crystal clear night. The temperature now down in the mid-60s, and will get lower as the evening progresses. Expect the low tonight in about 48 or 49 degrees. So field is in good condition following the torrential rains from the hurricane that swept up the coast yesterday. But tonight is just an excellent night for football, and the Trojan ball club has made it that for both themselves and their fans tonight, as they really performed well.
To start the second half, Shenandoah Valley will be kicking off.
So Shenandoah Valley with that number 53, Ryan Sands, he'll be teeing it up here and kicking it deep to either Kevin Motter on the far side or Steve Minnick on the near side. Stephen Minnick played an excellent junior varsity football game up at Williams Valley the other night for UD on Monday night this past week. An excellent game up there for Steve Minnick. Here's Sands' kick, and it goes nice and deep, and it's going to be covered over there by Minnick on the 5, at the 10, the 15, up to the 20, the 25, and out to the 27-yard line. A nice run back by Steve Minnick, and the Trojans will put it in play right there, 1st and 10 on the 29-yard line, actually, of UDA, 1st and 10. Okay, on a 1st and 10 now. Up the middle with it goes Nick Huffman, and Nick dives ahead for maybe 1 yard. Nick drove it to the 30-yard line, gain of about a yard or so. It'll be 2nd down 9. They give it to Big Nick to start the second half offense here. And Nick got about a yard, or a little more than a yard, for his effort. 2nd down and a long 8. Savage in the backfield behind Nick Hoffman. In the slot on this side of the field is that Lucas, I believe it is. Handoff is to Savage. He's going to try the left side. Jimmy picking his way ahead for about 2 yards or so, or 3 maybe. Close to the 35. It'll be a 3rd down now. Jim picked up about 3. Looks like a 3rd and a long 5 for UD. 3rd down, long 5 for Brian Faust as he looks him over here for UD. Brian pitches it over here for Savage. Jim needs a block. Might have gotten one there as Jim heads upfield here and puts a stiff arm out there and is knocked out at the 45-yard line. That's a plenty for a first down as Jim picks up about 8 or 9 on the play. And another nice run for Jimbo, making it a 1st and 10 at the Trojan 44-yard line. 1st and 10 UDA. Shell is a tight end on the left side of the field for UDA. Left side of that offensive line, Davey Shell. And a handoff this time is to Nick Huffman, and Nick gets nothing out of that. Might have been short by a half a yard or so. It'll be 2nd down and a little more than 10. 2nd and 10 for UD. Bo Hassinger, who has caught 2 fine touchdown passes in the first half, flanks out on the left side of the field. Here comes the reverse. Coming around this side is going to be Laudenschlager, but Laudenschlager cannot make anything out of that as he gained maybe a yard or so. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and 9 now for UD. The Blue Devils able to smell that one out pretty quickly. Come over here and caught Sean after a very short gain. 3rd and 9. So there's a big one coming up here now as UD does not want to lose that momentum. We want to keep this drive alive and keep it going upstream here. Well, let's see what happens on a 3rd and 9. Faust wants to throw this one. Looking. Down the middle he goes. Bands out here, and it's going to be, Dave Shell in and out of the hands of Dave. Dave was looking for the end zone that time. I forgot to look for the football. I had everybody beat. The throw was there, and Dave knows it better than anybody. He should have caught that one. So that brings up a 4th down play now, but by golly, Dave had 6 looking at him. All right, so Henninger goes back to punt this ball away now as UD is forced with a 4th down, facing a 4th and 9. Good snap. And good kick. Gonna get a good roll, I think, out of this. Yeah, takes a UD roll down inside the 20 to the 16-yard line. No run back, and so the Trojans will put it in, or the Blue Devils will put it in play right there. 1st and 10 on their own 16. 1st and 10 for the Blue Devils on their own 16-yard line. Jeff Jack Cabbage hands it off. Up the middle with it. Here comes that Uhold and Uholik, rather. And Uholik drags it out here, but there is a flag on the play, and it looks like maybe the Blue Devils might have been offsides. Let's see what happens. They're going to talk to UD. So the Blue Devils have done something wrong, and they'll be penalized for it. Not sure what that is. Illegal motion. Okay. Illegal motion called on the Blue Devils. It'll be 1st and 15 now. The ball marched back to the 11-yard line. 1st and 15. 8 minutes and 35 seconds remaining in the 3rd period of this one. Those Blue Devils break the huddle. Cabbage looks like he wants to throw from back here. He's going to get a rush, but now he'll tuck it away, and he's going to come over this way. He misses, or eludes one tackle, I should say. Laudenschlager finally bringing him down out here at the 18. Yep, so that'll bring up a 3rd down, or 2nd down, rather. 3rd down. Yeah, 3rd. 2nd down. Yeah, me and the announcer are both confused here on this one. 3rd and 7. Picked up about 8 yards on that play. Too much. 3rd and 7. So let's see if we can catch him back there this time. On a big 3rd down and 7 play. Deep set gets the call. This is that Frank Uholic, and Frank tripped ahead for a couple of yards. Bring up a third down and 3. Ball now out at the 20, just about the 24-yard line, making the 23-yard line of the Blue Devils. On a third down and 3. Now here's where the Trojans have really got to hang on to them. 3rd and 3. 20's got it around the right side, and he's tackled nicely, but not until he picks up the first down, as number 71 Drew Hunter comes up there to make the stop on him. But a first down is the call. He got about a yard more than he needed, and that gave him the first down. So it's 1st and 10 now. Blue Devils bring it out to the 28-yard line of Shenandoah Valley. 1st and 10. Shenandoah Valley on their own 28. Passing. Passes over this way. It is complete. And number 20 has it and bounces off a couple of would-be tacklers until he's driven out of bounds over there by Kevin Motter and Jimmy Savage, and also Bobby Keeney in there on the stop also. Near the 40-yard line now. As the Trojans are bending here a bit. Need to stop these Devils. 6 minutes and 3 seconds, and the clock moving here now as we count her down.
Handoff.
20 around the right side. A couple of Trojans in pursuit over there, and he's finally going to be ridden out of bounds at the 47-yard line. Barreling down on over there, as you could see, was that Joel Miller, among others, but Joel really in hot pursuit of him, and finally drove him out of bounds. But it'll be a gain of just about 9 on the play. Bring up a 2nd down and 1. Too much. Second and a yard or so. Oh, wait a minute. That'll cost them 5.
Penalty on the play.
The time quarterback Jeff Jakovich pulled back a little bit, and the center did not snap the ball. It's a false start, and that'll cost them 5 and make it a 2nd down and 6. So that could help the Trojan cause here.
And 6.
Blue Devil that time getting a bit over anxious, and center was a little late on the snap. Never did snap the ball, actually, and cost them 5. He's going to roll out here to throw. Fires one over the middle. It's complete out here for number 20, or 88 rather. A first down. So the Blue Devils now got their machine going, and the Trojan defense is going to really have to tighten it up here now a little bit. 5 minutes, 34 seconds left here in the third period. Then they start the clock. Less than 5.5 minutes remaining in the third. Blue Devils on the march. This drive started out their own 13-yard line, I think it was, or 11-yard line, something like that. Cabbage will hand this off. Number 20's got it. He goes up the middle and gets a couple yards. Not too much on that one, as again, Miller in there along with Nick Huffman making the stop for UD. Gain of 2, 2nd and 8. 2nd down and 8 now as the Blue Devils go to work on the UD 40-yard line. Pass is right here to that number 20. And he is going to be tackled immediately as the Trojans smelled that one out nicely. Kevin Motter coming up and making a stop along with Laudenschlager and Shell on there for UD. So an excellent defensive play that time by UD. Brings up a 3rd down and 9. Loss of 1 yard on that play. Okay. 3rd and 9. Chekavich wants to throw. Fires one over the right side. Complete. Yeah, to number 20, and then he'll go inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Keeney making the stop on him finally over there, but again, a big play for the Blue Devils. Picking up a very important first down on a 3rd down and 9. They get themselves a nice pass play going. Take the ball down to the 27-yard line of UDA, where it'll be 1st and 10 Blue Devils. Is that 23 again? Gets another break of a tackle and drives it on down here now as somebody had a shot on him out there but left him loose, and ahead he rolls down to the area of the 20-yard line somewhere. And timeout's going to be called by UD as the coach will go out here and try to find out what's going on here now. And the Blue Devils over here trying to get their fans into the ball game now. And indeed, the Trojan wheels have not come off this defensive car yet, but they're a little loose. They're a little wobbly right now, so Coach Ayers calls timeout. When we come back, the Blue Devils will have the ball, 1st and 10. They will be at the UDA 15 or 16-yard line. Okay, the timeout is over. UD timeout. So 1st and 10 from the 16-yard line now for those Blue Devils. Jakowski, he still has it. He wants to throw. Fires one over this way. It is complete. To the 10, to the 5, touchdown. Well, Shenandoah Valley now looks like they're on the way back here as they now score their 19th point. And we'll be looking to add an extra point here in just a moment. The Trojan defense just making terrible tackling out here the first half, which I know you can hardly watch, and again I apologize. Trojans were doing some good, fine tackling out there, but here in the second half they're just playing a little loose, and the Blue Devils able to take advantage of the sloppy tackling. They'll try a 1-point conversion. And this is good. Yep. So we've got a 20 to 26 ball game now, and the Trojans are going to have to start to hang on here a little bit. 3 minutes, 2 seconds remaining in the 3rd period. So we've got 15 minutes and 2 seconds remaining in the ball game, and it's 26-20. That Trojan 13-point margin now down to 6. Okay, here we go now as Sands gets ready to kick off once again here for those Shenandoah Valley Blue Devils. Kicking deep either to Motter or Minnick. It's going to come down this way on Minnick's side. He takes it at the 5. Receives out to the 10, the 15, up to the 20, and he'll go ahead to the 24-yard line. 1st and 10 now for UDA on their own 24-yard line. So now the Trojans have got to get it going here. Faust gathers them together here now to call out this first play of this series as the crowd on the far side of the field for Shenandoah Valley looks like they just arrived at the ballpark because they've got something to holler about now, and they're whooping it up over there. And the Trojan fans ought to get in this for their boys too, because they have played their hearts out in the first half of this game anyway. Here comes Savage, and Jim Savage going to be stopped this time. And Jim comes immediately out of the ball game. I think he got popped, and he is hurting. There's no question about that. His shoulder again. So anyway, I think it'll be Minnick in there. It'll be 2nd down and about 12. Minnick in the backfield now at the running back for UD. Faust back to throw. Dumps one down the middle, and it's going to be incomplete, and a flag thrown. We've got some interference called on this one as they ran all over Davy Shell that time, so I think UD will get a 15-yarder out of this as Shell is interfered with downfield, and so we'll see what the call is here. It almost has to be interference, as you know. Personal foul against the Trojans. Well, I certainly called that one wrong. No idea what that was. Okay. No idea. All right. Personal foul against the Trojans. Hard to believe. Anyway, ball goes back to the 18 or 19 yard line, something like that. They're still not quite sure, I guess. Now it's going to go back even deeper. I didn't think it would start there, and I think that's where the Trojans were, so it'll be a half the distance. Take it down to the 11 or whatever, and that's where the Trojans will put it in play now. First down and 25, I guess. Faust checking them over. Crowd really getting into it on the far side. Faust will hand this one off. Up the middle with it comes Minnick, out to about the 14. And Bueller getting up a little slow. I think Rob got kicked on the shin or something, or got a cramp, Charlie horse, in that right leg the way it looks. Flag on this play also. Let's see, they're going to march this one the other way. And this will be a, whatever that is. I've never seen that signal before. Personal foul, I guess. I never saw that signal in my life. Anyway, it's against Shenandoah Valley, so that gives the Trojans a break again now out to the 28-yard line, where it'll be 2nd and 6. This game, I think, could get out of hand a little bit here if they don't get things settled down now. Teams will not meet again next year. Over the middle, overthrown, intended for Laudenschläger, or for Hassinger, rather. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and 7. 3rd down and actually 6. 3rd and about 6. Here comes Minnick, and Steve can't get anything out of that as he is stopped short of the 1st down, so it'll bring up a 4th down. The Trojans will have to give that ball away. 1st and 10, or yeah, 4th and 6 rather, so Henninger going to be called upon to get a good one off here now. He'll be kicking this ball from around his own 17-yard line when he steps up to make the punt. Good snap. Nice kick. Ooh, driving it back. Good kick. Takes it down to the 25-yard line where 11 will pick it up, and he is going to be tackled back there. Bats in on a stop along with Shell and number 64 here, Waters. So a nice punt that time by Jason Henninger. All the way back. They're going to spot the ball at the 29-yard line, so it'll be 1st and 10 now on the Shenandoah Valley 29. So Jack Cabbage at the quarterback spot for the Blue Devils. Here comes 23. Around this side. Up the middle he goes. Out to the 35-yard line. Gain of about 6 on the play, but there is a flag right here. Flag on the play. So we'll find out what this means. And the linesman has called it here, and that could be offsides. Illegal motion against the Shenandoah Valley. Trojans, of course, will take that penalty. That's a given, as there was about 6 yards gained on the play. And bring up a 1st down and 15. All right, let's see what happens here now on a 1st and 15. The ball spotted back at the 24-yard line of Shenandoah Valley now. Jack Cabbage hands this one off, trying to come over this side. Over here goes that 23 again, and he is going to get a couple of yards out to the 24 or 25-yard line, somewhere around there. They'll spot him. Picking up maybe a yard, maybe not. Yeah, maybe 1. Call it 2nd down and 14. And that ended the period, as the clock will count it down here now, and we'll have 1 more quarter to play. Here at the old ballpark, it's a 26-20 score And Shenandoah Valley has the football, and they'll be looking at a second down and about 15. Beginning the fourth period now, second down and 14 for the Blue Devils. They're at the 24-yard line of the Blue Devils. Passing, getting a good sack that time as rushing in there very nicely, number 59, Kyle Grave. We haven't heard from Cryle all night, but Kyle Grave with a great, big, super defensive effort that time, and Kyle's pretty happy about that one, you can be sure. It's third down and very long now for the Blue Devils, so that took the ball all the way back to the 15-yard line, so about a 11-yard sack that time by that Kyle Grave. And it'll bring up a third down and about 20 or 30 or something. No, about 10, let's see, about 25 or something. Here's a handoff. Up the middle goes 23. Look out, somebody better catch him. He's all the way out. The flag is thrown. We got a flag down here, so look out. Penalty flag laying here at the 30-yard line. And that's going to go against the Blue Devils, the way the Trojans are reacting at any rate. Looks like we have maybe a clip out here or something against the Blue Devils. And timeout called, official timeout. We got a man shaken up on the far side of the field. So we'll be right back and see what kind of a penalty we have here and where we're going in just a moment. Holding is the call against the Blue Devils, and that's going to take the ball back to the 21-yard line. And that'll bring up a third down and about, let's see, third and 18. Yeah, about a third and 18 now for the Blue Devils. Timeout still required over there for the injured player right off the side of the field in front of the Blue Devil bench. So we will not get the game started until they can get that young fellow off of there. So we hope he's okay. And we'll be right back. 23, Mike Uhalik was the young fella shaken up on a play and seems like he's going to be okay. Might have just got a Charlie horse or something working on his leg, but he walked off on his own power, so he'll be okay. We got a big third and about 18 play now for the Blue Devils. Draw, and he's not going to draw anything but some Trojans back there as number 58, Jeff Knoll, again with a big play for the Trojans as a Trojan defense now. And then you see the Trojan boys trying to get their fans alert over here and awake. Heck of a play in there by those young fellas. Knoll and Kyle Grafe, everybody out there trying to get them rolling, trying to encourage them. So the Blue Devils, who look like they had things pretty much going their way the last series when they took the Trojans to within 6, now have stumbled down here with a couple penalties and things like that. So they're going to punt the ball out of there, and their punter will be moving up to about the 4-yard line when he gets this one off. Trojans send 2 men deep to receive this kick. Whoa, could have had motion. They had motion on the line, but no penalty. And a shank this one. Terrible kick. It's going to get a UD roll and be touchdown here at the 26-yard line. So a terrible punt that time, which is unusual for these Blue Devils, but that was terrible. And they're going to spot it at the UDA, or at the Blue Devils' 26-yard line. 1st and 10, Trojans. So now the Trojans catch a big break right there. Let's see if we can do something with it. Bobby Bueller being worked on the sideline for UD as they seem to be working on a thigh muscle or calf, maybe calf muscle. Here's Nick Huffman trying to pick his way ahead, and Nick is stood up right at the line of scrimmage and gets almost nothing. 2nd and 10 coming up now. Nick trying to take something up the middle that time, but the Blue Devils would have nothing of that. So they stood him up quickly and bring up a 2nd and 10. 2nd down, 10 for UD. Faust wants to throw one down into the corner. He's got a man out there, but it's going to be intercepted in the end zone as number 26 picked that off over top of Bo Hassinger. And there is a penalty flag down here, which may have saved the bacon for UD. We'll find out who the penalty's on. Now, a lot of times on a passing play, you have hold on the offense. So we're going to find out. In fact, that's what it's going to be. So, of course, they'll decline that. They'll bring the ball out to the 20-yard line. And the Blue Devils will have the ball back again. So the Trojans are going to have to play some D again here. Got 8 minutes, 58 seconds remaining in this one, and they give the ball immediately back to the Blue Devils at their own 20-yard line. Going to have to dig it in again to see if we can get a couple more of those sacks back there. Handoff, number 20. Turns it up the middle. Up the field he goes with it. Still breaking some tackles. Looks like he might be heading for an 80-yarder unless we can catch him. I think somebody's going to catch him. We do catch him, but inside the 20-yard line. So look out now. Hold on to your hat. Hassinger finally running him down out there along with Lautenschlager, I guess it was. But a big gain right up the middle that time for that young fella. And they have the ball on the Trojan 18-yard line, 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 for the Blue Devils. Jack Cabbage still has it. He's going to roll. He's going to fire one over there. It is incomplete. Oh, boy. John Raker over there, and he just plain missed that one because he could have possibly had 6 had he grabbed that one, but goes an incompletion, thank goodness, and brings up a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 from the UD 18. Comes that 23 guy again. He gets a hole, but it's going to be tackled immediately out there by Lautenschlager. Sean coming up and making a good stop at him, a gain of about 3 maybe on the play. Make it 2 to the 16-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 8. 3rd and 8. Let's look at these guys now on this big 3rd down play. Quarterback wants to throw. Looking into the end zone. Man is out there. It is incomplete. Oh, brother. Oh, my goodness. Right off the chest of number 11 out there. And that was just a big break for UD. Ay, ay, ay. The young fella had the Trojan defender beat. It bounced right off his chest. So, I'll bring up a 4th down and 8.
4th down for the Blue Devils.
4th down, they're going to try a field goal here. They have so much confidence in getting that ball back, although this could be a fake-a-roo too. Let's see what they're going to do with this. A fake or not? Placement's down, kick is up. Kick is good from here. Plenty of distance. Nope, no good. No good. Wide to the right. Wow. So Sands misses one from about 20 yards out. It would have been a 30-yard field goal attempt. The Trojans will take over with 7:21 left here in this ball game. The Trojans clinging to a 6-point lead. Come on, UD. Minnick and Huffman in the backfield for UD as they start out now on their own 15-yard line. And this time Steve Minnick is going to be thrown back at about the 14. Loss of maybe a yard on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 11. Okay, on a 2nd and 11 now. The Trojans trying to get some yardage out of here so we are not so darn close to our own end zone. Handoff off the middle. Here comes Steve Minnick this time, and he is tripped up as number 63 out there got a hand on him, or 68 rather, or is it 69? Well, 69, okay. Got a hand on him, trips Steven up after a gain of about 3 on the play. It'll be 3rd and 8. 3rd down and 8. 6 minutes remaining in the ball game right now, and the clock counting it down. Back to pass goes Faust. He's looking, fires one over the middle. It is incomplete. Intended out here for David Shell. So it'll bring up a 4th down now. The Trojans will be forced to punt it out of there. And we're going to hope to get a good one off here now as Henninger goes back there, tucking his shirt away, and he'll be punting this ball out of there from about the 7 or 8 yard line when he gets the kick finally off here. 5:52, a lot of time remaining in this one. Snap is good. And a kick, nice kick, comes out here, and let's see. Well, it's going to be fumbled around a little bit here. Now 11's got it, and he is going to be smothered under down here at the 40 or 37 yard line. Another nice kick by Jason Henninger. Heck of a kick out there by Jason, who is doing a heck of a job on the punting this tonight. Good job, Jason, way to go. As the Blue Devils have the ball now at the Blue Devil 37 yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 Blue Devils. They've got 5:40 remaining here in the ball game. Trojans need a couple of good defensive plays right now because those Blue Devils are coming. Hand off again to this number 20. He takes it around the right side over here, and he is tripped up on a fine tackle made in there that time by that Bo Hassinger. Making a good stop on him. Picked up 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7 now. The ball out to the 41 yard line of the Blue Devils. Jim Savage back into the ball game for the Trojans now, as about 4.5 minutes remaining in the ball game. Jim has that shoulder all patched up again, I guess, but that's been problematic for him ever since that game over in Carlisle. Jim gets the call, so we'll find out how good it is, as he is going to be spun down back there around the 14. No gain on the, or around the 11 rather. Loss of about 5. It'll be 2nd down now and 15. Okay, it looks like a 2nd and 15 now for UD. Or 1st and 15 rather. They were, no, I'm not sure. Pass down the right side, complete. Over there for Shell, is it? Or is it Langenschlager? I'm not sure. No, it's Langenschlager. Or Hassinger rather. And Bo goes down over there, and Bo is a little slow getting up. He might have a Charlie horse or whatever. He's checking out something over here, and timeout momentarily called to stop the clock. Okay, now we've got 4 minutes remaining here in the ball game. A big 3rd down play for UDA. 3rd and 9. Again, the crowd over there for the Blue Devils really letting their team know as he fires one down this way, and boy, this is up for grabs, and it is grabbed by number 26, and then out of bounds he'll go with it, as Shell will fire it out of there, fire him out of this off the field. But anyway, it's first down for the Blue Devils now, as the Trojans turn it over at the 34 yard line. 1st and 10 Blue Devils. Okay, the Blue Devils now with another opportunity yet at the Trojan 34. Here comes that 20 guy to the 30, inside the 30 to the 25 yard line before he's driven out down there by several Trojans. Looks like Waters drove him out down there along with Nick Huffman. And also Kenny the Bammer Batts in there on that tackle. 2nd down 1. As the clock continues to move it down now, 3:15 left here in the ball game. Ball will be spotted practically on the 25 yard line of UDA. 35 down the middle, 35 down to the 10.
John Racist on the fly has the first down. Down to the 13.
Spotted about the 13-yard line where it's 1st and 10 for the Blue Devils. And these devilish Blue Devils are coming on here now. Number 20. He tries to go up this left side and takes it inside the 10 to about the 9 maybe. We'll see where they spot it. Could be around the 8. Gain of 4 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 6. Okay, the Trojans need to get a fumble here or recover a fumble or something. I don't know. Hey, there's a good play. That'll get you a little attention out there now as he runs into a whole bunch of tacklers, including that Noel. Jeffrey Noel in on that stop along with 59 was that Kyle Grafe. And that'll stop him and cause the Blue Devils to use a timeout here now as the ball gets back to the 10-yard line where it'll be 2nd down and 8. Looking at a big 2 plays here. Now it's 3rd down. I said 2nd. It's 3rd down and 8. Crowds on both sides of the field really showing their support. Here comes a big rush. Oh, it's a good rusher by that Nick Huffman. Nick Huffman throwing him down at the 25-yard line. A tricky Nick. You could see him plainly there. Blasting in there like a son of a gun. A timeout called by Shenandoah Valley now as Nick Huffman maybe made the biggest defensive play of the ball game. Hard to tell. We've got one more play coming up here for the Blue Devils with 1:19 remaining here in the ball game, and it's a 4th down and about 19. Wow, what a big play by Nick Huffman. This tough ball game, and it has been a tough one all night long. Boils down to this one play right here. The crowd over here really excited. Here it goes. 4th down. 1:19 remaining. Back goes the quarterback to throw. He's firing one down the right side. It is complete. Complete at the 1 or about the 3-yard line, something like that. And out of bounds he goes with it. And I think it's enough for a 1st down. Where'll they spot it? The spot will count, and they are going to give it to him the way it looks. It's going to be a 1st and goal. Can you believe that? Can you believe that pass, that high wobbly thing, and the Trojans couldn't defend on it? It's 1st and goal from the 3-yard line. Wow, what a turn of events with 1:10 remaining. So the Blue Devils really got things going their way now. Just, well, what can you say? Oh, he didn't get in, that's for sure. It'll be 2nd and goal. Now, they have one more timeout. The Trojans have 2. The Blue Devils have 1 timeout remaining. The clock is counting it down here now, 53 and 52 and so forth. So time for another play or 2, and that'll do it. So let's see what we can do here on this 2nd and goal. Nothing. No, sir. They've got him. And timeout quickly called by the Blue Devils, as coming in there that time is that number 57, Joel Miller, with a great defensive play as the Trojans were coming, and they just didn't let them get out of there. 33 seconds left. 3rd and goal now from the 4. Just inside the 5-yard line, say the 4-yard line, so 3rd and goal from there. 33 seconds, 3rd and goal from about the 4-yard line. Quarterback wants to throw this, and he's getting hit as he throws it. Man, it's over here. It is tipped in the air. No good. Oh, a great defensive play by the Trojans that time, as both Shell and Smith and Savage Joel over there defending on the play, and we've got a man shaken up on that play. I think we have a Blue Devil shaken up a little bit on that play. That'll stop the clock with 26 seconds remaining and bring up a 4th down and goal from the 4-yard line. Wow. How many big plays can you have in a football game? And you know, with just 26 seconds remaining, that this is the biggest moment since the last biggest moment. Anyway, it's going to be do or die for both squads here now. The 4th down coming up. 4th down, 4 yards to go. 6-point margin for UD. Here it is. Quarterback's going to keep it. He's going to try to roll this way. Fires it over the end zone. No good! It's knocked down, and the Trojans will win the ball game. I do believe, as it looks as though, I'm not sure who might have got a hand on that one, but at any rate, it looked like the Trojans have knocked it down right at the end zone, and they will take over on downs. There is no timeouts remaining for Shenandoah Valley, so for all intents and purposes, we can stand on this one, and that's their sit-on, whatever they call it, and that'll be it. 22 seconds left, 26-20. Trojans looking to upset these Blue Devils here now, and I think we'll just watch them closely in here now, because with 22 seconds, the clock won't start until we kneel on it, but let's just kneel on it anyway, and we did. So that'll do it, and that's going to do it now, as that'll end the ball game. The final score here tonight in one heck of a ball game, and again, I apologize for having the first half of this one screwed up, because it was really something to watch, and I do apologize. At any rate, the final score is going to be the Upper Dauphin Trojans 26, the Shenandoah Valley Blue Devils 20, and one heck of a ball game for both ball clubs, and an exciting night for these UDA Trojans as they are able to bring home their first victory here tonight against this non-league rival, the Shenandoah Valley Blue Devils. And boy, oh boy, congratulations to Coach Ayers, the coaching staff, and all these young Trojan fellas who really, really played their hearts out tonight. And every credit must be given to those Blue Devils who really came back and made a heck of a ball game out of this after trailing 26-13. The Blue Devils would not give up and came back and very, very nearly took this one out of the pocket of the Trojans. But the Trojans prevail. They pick up their first victory of the season, making their season standing now at 1 win, 2 defeats, and they look forward to playing Halifax at Halifax. I believe it's at Halifax next Friday night. So congratulations all around. Happy bunch of coaches and happy bunch of kids out there who struggled at times, but came up with a big defense when it was necessary several times in this ball game. So you got to give it to them. They played one heck of a game. Brian Faust with an excellent first half. The team slowed down offensively a little bit in the second half. Some injuries kept some key players out of the ball game in the second half, but they came back and did the job in the end when it really, really counted. And so these guys are surely pumped up now after this one, and I think we will see a different ball club over at Halifax next week. So again, excellent ball game, and we congratulate both squads on a heck of an entertaining ball game here tonight. How close can you get? It was a nail-biter right down to the finish, and finally the Trojans have prevailed. So we'll catch you again next week. Boy, it's been a pleasure, and we'll see you then. Dale Calnon along with Ray Cole saying good night from UDA. Way to go, boys.